there for through the offside for 4. Just given room, he was able to clear the levers, and Simmons crashes this away. 10 without loss after 2 deliveries.
Yeah, that was a poor delivery, the second one, in which he just picked his spot. He got back on the back foot and banged it to the offside, all along the ground. A good-looking shot, well-timed. He didn't even move.
Well, Hamza Tahir, welcome to Central Broad Regional Park. 10 without loss after 2 deliveries. A 6 and a 4. So the left arm orthodox. He will be looking to take it away from Simmons. Get him to play through the offside. Well, he has been playing through the offside, but the length has been all wrong, as well as the line. Simmons
covers up.
Well, you can see Simmons there just looking and preparing to go down the ground. And in the end, he respects a good delivery.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the 2 men that are stationed outside the 30-yard circle. This time he's in the air. It's going to go high. It's going to go far and beyond the boundary ropes for yet another U.S. Open maximum.
Well, that was a 12. That one went way beyond the boundary. And that takes the score along now to 16 without loss. Simmons in a no-nonsense mood. He goes again. That's another. Lendl Simmons has started with 3 6s and a 4 of the first 5 deliveries. That one could have brought down an American Airlines jet. So high it went.
Yes, I will look to see if I seen a stewardess or somebody there, because it was hit mightily high into the air and way beyond the boundary ropes. Simmons is on fire. He reminds me of one Jimbo Cornwall yesterday displaying and raining 60s here at the county stadium.
Target is 172. He's in again, and Simmons will be disappointed with that. His left foot was not down the right line. He was pulling away to get room, and of course he missed that. I was just about to say Tahir loves those strokes. He kept on tossing it up. 22 without loss at the end of the first over. It means that the U.S. All-Stars have 19 overs to get 150.
Yes, it's a good start here. Remember, the winner of this game would stay, and they would be playing against the Cavalier 22 yards.
There goes Milton Taylor driving around the ground. He has produced a good track. As I said before earlier on today, this track is pregnant with runs. And you're seeing that, 172, and already U.S. also has 22 without loss. Remember, the man of the match gets 500 U.S. So that is enticing in itself. In the semifinals. Makes Ivor regret that he stopped playing.
Yeah, it seems as if they want to pull me out of retirement. Dollars, I would say dollars a roll. Well, it's Griffiths who is keeping company with Simmons. He fielded well. Now he's got time to wheel the wheel out. That one kept a tad low, and they took Griffiths there off by surprise, I guess.
Yeah, he was the man of the match in their final preliminary round game, and that was against the Yankee Royals. Griffith on that occasion just pushing at it, but to be fair to him, and I've called it right, that delivery kept low. It's Safian Sharif. Again, another good delivery. Slower one now, and beats the outside edge. So Griffith could prove to be a good foil here for Simmons. If that's the mood Simmons is in, Griffith may well knock it around.
Yeah, Simmons is having a word with him now, probably telling him, just don't worry about those 2-dot deliveries. We'll make up for that. And just knock it around and get your eye in. You know, most time batters go on out and leave the eyes in the pavilion.
So Safian Sharif is a good bowler. That one rushes on to Griffith. He was looking to hit that over Kutza's head, who's in at short mid-wicket, because beyond him, acres of space.
Yes, indeed. And he was badly lined outside the leg, so it was a free hit of some sort there. But he missed out. He's yet to score. He sucked up some 3 deliveries, but nothing to worry about. They got all of 22 from the bat of Lendl Simmons.
That's a good delivery. So Sharif is keeping Griffith quiet here at the moment. He wants a change of Willow.
It doesn't feel right in his hands, I guess. He still has the bat with that 4 inches Willow. So I guess it's just not feeling right. The balance is just not right on a Monday morning. How often would you have played the finals on a Monday? First time in the US Open.
Yep. This is hooked away, and it's going to go over the ropes now for 6.
Top heads.
Well, he sends the bat back. This is so funny. There's Keswick Williams going out with 2 bats. All of a sudden, Griffith hits a 6, and sends a message to Keswick, take the bat back.
Next one, maybe it's another one. He's still trying to say something to him.
Well, if it was me, I would not have changed that bat, because that sent one all the way for 6.
Yes. Maybe it's a change of glove.
Sammy drives. Bit of a misfield there at the mid-off. It's the end of the over, and I think this is Ivor's favorite time.
Cup of tea. Let's see if we can have some tea along with some coffee. Mr. Wadi Lalman. There it is. And I like the mushroom kind. You can have it in coffee, you can have it in tea. But I only have 2 eyes. But when you come to the cup of tea, you have a 3rd eye chai. Yes. And it's never a bad time not to have a cup of tea. So it's all happening here at the Broward County Stadium. Finals on a Monday, but first up is the semifinals. It's a decider to know who will meet the Cavalier 22 Stars.
Yeah, well, the All-Stars are 28 with Outlaw, Simmons 22, Griffith 6. Simmons, that Tahir experiment didn't work. It's going to be Camus Levrock who's going to take the attack on now. And Simmons murdered Tahir in that first over.
Yes, so murdered. Is there going to be a trial?
Well, if there was, I think Simmons' case will be called after that of Raheem Cornwall.
Yes, Cornwall would have realized some 43 runs coming out of an over.
And Deshaun Qureshi is walking on a how to say it, on a thin knife's edge. The way he bats as well.
Yes.
So some big hitters here. It's going to be Levrock, and Levrock is one of those bowlers that you would not be afraid of him, but he mixes it up nicely, has variety, squirted away on the offside.
So dot to Simmons to start this over number 3. So you have to say good beginning here for Levrock. Trying to level the playing field because Simmons really got off to a flyer there. The equation is not a bad one, 144 to get from 107 deliveries. Simmons
crashes this one through the offside, 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. Over pitch delivery. Once they go in the zone, in the hitting zone, he's not going to spare them.
Yes, because he's giving him width, and once he can extend his arms, once he gets it in the middle, and they're coming sweetly out of the middle, he's getting all his runs from the top end. Maybe that's his favorite end to bat.
Yeah, Lifer, that one was cracked away. Simmons really, he's in a no-nonsense mood on this Monday afternoon, sorry. What better to do than on a Monday?
Monday's a lazy day, but we're having lovely cricket here. Oh, naughty. He had just put the cover sweeper for that shot that was placed in the offside, and he bowls one down the leg side. So the 2 men outside of the 30-yard circle. One is down at mid-wicket and one is on the cover sweeper boundary.
Well, Simmons loves to go down the ground, so they have to consider that as well. And it's going to be Levrock. This one goes for 4. Simmons throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at that one. It took the top edge into the boundary for 4. He has raced on to 30 and chasing 172. That's a big total. You have to maximize the power play, and this is exactly what they're doing, Ivor.
Yes, indeed. Like you said, Simmons, if he continues, he's going to score in every direction on this playing field, because this one went over the wicketkeeper's head. So that's a place you're not going to put a fielder. So Simmons is on song, already into the 30s, just 9 deliveries.
Ooh. Simmons made a tremendous offer on that one.
It was a slow delivery, so good thinking there by the bowler. He would have lung into his shot before the ball would have gone past him. So let's hope that Simmons does not jerk his shoulder out. It's a pity he didn't come through in the World Cup here, because I always like this young man.
Well, Lendl Simmons did in 2016 when all seemed lost for the West Indies in that semi-finals against India. He won the game. This is all timing. Jelani Seals can just retrieve that. He never hit that hard. He just drove it through the offside. It was all timing and bat presentation.
He must have heard me. He said, I wonder if he's going to jerk his shoulder out. He said, no, I can go easy peasy and get my boundaries. That was a good-looking shot. Out of the middle.
All placement.
Timing.
So it's 13 in this over so far, and it hasn't ended. No one is being spared.
Well, let's see if Simmons can get all of his 51 from one end. He'll be a first. And he's cutting for 6. It was a tennis shot.
Yep, it was short. He got back. This track is not the quickest, and he was just able to crash it down the ground for 6. That was impressive.
Yeah, that's like tennis, and you put it right in the far corner, painting the lines. And I think not only would Simmons need a rest, I think we here need to look at something on the TV. Maybe we can go house shopping.
Mac Group is the real estate investment company. Our goal at Mac Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information, visit macgroup.com.
With a partnership of 47, Simmons is going gung-ho. 40 from 12.
It's over 15 runs and over, Ivor.
Yes, I'm telling you. And Griffith has contributed that one hitting boundary 6. So he has 5 dots to him. So Simmons is doing the heavy lifting at this time.
Rollins. Well, Griffith didn't know too much about that.
So it's a bye. He missed everything. And that one bounced over the sticks. The first delivery he faced was a tad low, and this one bounced right over the sticks. If that was the one that kept low, it would have crashed into middle stump. Well, Wallen's looking for the first wicket here. They're looking for a breakthrough. But Simmons from this end, naughty. It's a wide down the leg side, and those are going to be called every day of the week and twice on a Monday.
As I said before, what better to do on a Monday than come to the cricket? Simmons drive, square for 4. That's a gorgeous shot.
Ooh, I'm telling you, oh, glorious. And don't think it's just all bushwhacking here. These are proper cricketing shots. Proper. These are coming out of the coach's manual. Squid driven.
It brings up the 50 in the 4th over.
Could we see the 93 runs in the power play erased.
Well, it was scored against them, so they will want to erase that.
Oh, beautiful delivery to get Simmons to cover up with this one in a defensive plot. He said, next time I'll cut it out of the park. You could see him saying, I'll lift that next time if you come back there. Let's see. And he
Drives again, a brilliant bit of fielding there at point. And that gone past him, would have gone for 4.
Yes, because the boundary riders, only 2 men permitted outside of the circle. One is in the long off and deep mid wicket down the leg side, wayward again. And I did say they called it twice on Monday, so I got my call twice on a Monday. Legs down, wide down the leg side. .118 from 98 deliveries. Simmons is working this one off the legs but can't score. Griffith thought it was the end of the over. He was coming down to meet Simmons, but was sent back.
So just easing into their work here now. 55 without loss after 4. 117 required now in 16 overs. That should not be difficult once they keep wickets in hand.
That's a stroll in the park here from here. It's a good pitch. It's a lightning fast outfield. And I think what Simmons and the All-Stars are trying to do is to maybe make light work of this, knowing that the finals is yet to come and they're going to have to leave something in the tank.
Yeah, so they want to take a rest. The good thing about it is that they're batting now, so the fast bowlers are taking a rest right now in the dugout.
Yes, the feed is up. Did you have a report on Kedrick Williams? We know he would have hurt himself taking a beautiful catch.
I think he's coming along nicely. He's available to play. He's actually
Suited up. I've seen him. So, okay, we wish the young man well. But you know what, I think the tournament is of a high standard. We're going to soon have to have these masseuse on hand to give these guys a little rub and make sure that they stay fit. It's something they're accustomed to. So that's something the administrators are going to have to look into. Maybe have one on cue, or maybe a physician.
Simmons on 45. He's back and pulls this. A lovely bit of fielding there by Kutsa.
Yes, the skipper is leading from the front. He knocked it down and he would have been in business there, Simmons, that is, and the All-Stars, once he would have gone past him, because it seems as if the outfield have sped up something, somehow. It would have been going downhill, you know, it would have been going downhill for 4.
Yep.
At this point yesterday, Cornwall was on 62 from 18. Simmons is on 45. 1 strike away outside.
Delivery outside the off. Somebody was looking to crash it square. So not teeing off nicely in this over.
And as you would say, he threw the kitchen sink at that one, but just that he missed it. Again, he's bowling outside the off stump, but the boundary riders are backward square leg and mid wicket. I'm not setting any field for any bad delivery. Those 2 men are just there for the bad delivery, but he's been bowling outside off. Place the boundary riders outside of the 30-yard circle. Put them in the offside.
Still no run there for Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons has been kept quiet in this over. So we have to give the bowlers some credit to keep Simmons, who is in a no-nonsense mood, to have kept him quiet for all of 3 deliveries. I think that's good bowling by any standard by Sharif. So encouraging signs here for the Florida Scorpions. They need to sting one of these batters and get him out. Oh, Simmons is pulling, and he's pulling well.
That's his half century. Simmons reaches his half century of 21 deliveries. It's 61 without loss.
Yeah, it was a poor delivery. It was back pitched, and Simmons just got on the back foot as that one sat up nicely, and he swung it and picked his spot. Remember, the boundary riders are in that area, but he was not bothered by the deep mid wicket. He pushed it into the cow corner and got the just reward.
Look at that current run rate. It's 13.1. Are we still in the power play? Oh, what a shot there by Lendl Simmons. That is 4. Again, all timing and placement.
Point had not a chance. Cover Point had not a chance. The Point is still standing with his legs spread apart,
What's the
as
point of that?
as if to say, I can't do nothing with that. It was well placed to my right, to Cover Point left, and Simmons drove that one. Good looking shot.
Simmons is 55. He has raced off the blocks here.
And it was not a bad delivery, so I don't want anyone to think it's poor bowling. That one was a good delivery, but was better bat. Simmons is on song. Can we see the first century?
He's back and cuts this. How do you describe this shot now? That's 6 runs.
That's a scuff off.
The man tails away and cuts it over cover for 6. 71 without loss after 5. And let me leave Ivor with Sasha to take you over to the next 5 overs or so.
My word, huh? I have to catch my breath because Simmons here is on fire. Do we have to call the fire brigade? While you're at it, do we have to call 911? It's a good time to take a break.
13th U.S. Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your Dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
Well, welcome back to the proceedings here. And with that, we are going to be welcoming Sasha Graves. Sasha, I have to catch my breath. Simmons has put on a display here all of 61 runs from 23 deliveries.
Yeah, he's been looking really good right now. He's on fire at the moment. And it's up to the Scorpions now to get the breakthrough. And not sure what happened there. It looked like he hit it to the keeper.
No, attempted stumping.
Yeah.
But his foot was well grounded behind those painted lines there.
Yeah, there you go. Quick from Simpson, but he was safe. And good running there from the All-Stars. Getting a single. There was a little bit of an overthrow. Thought about the double, but stick with just the one. And 72 for no loss after 5.2 overs.
Yes, Simmons has been doing the heavy lifting. He has gone to 61 from 23. Remember, the target is 172. We want to say good day to all of the viewers on the Mac TV. And as usual, we ask you to tell your neighbors and tell your friends to tune in. And it's a Monday, and what you're seeing on TV, it's coming to you live from the Broward County Stadium. This is the second semi-final match of the event.
And here comes Rawlins back into the attack. Lendl Simmons goes again at him, but this has gone high in the air, and there are men running towards it, but it's going to drop nicely in between them. So Lendl Simmons has managed to get away with that one, but 2 more added to his name.
Yeah, a miscue there. 1. They would have won 1. That brings Griffith and strike. Just 1.
And while we're saying hello to people around the world, Mr. and Mrs. Crace, I know you're listening in, so big hello to you as well.
And they're over in the great UK, I would imagine.
They are indeed. Yep. Cold, wet UK at the moment. So rather jealous of me out here in Flory Sunada.
Oh,
said
my
that one
word.
wrong.
They're jealous of you. Oh, there's a quick single here. As this one was pushed to the right of the bowler. And good backing up there by Simmons. eager to get in strike, but he just had that one delivery left in this over. It's been a good over so far for Rollins. Just 3 coming from it with 2 dots. Well, let's see if the boundary hitting would continue.
Last ball of the power play coming up here. And Simmons again has a good swing at that. And they're going to finish with a single. So after 6 overs, the US All-Stars 75 for no loss, 97 to win off 84 balls. Lendl Simmons looking really good here. And time for a quick Mad Hatter tea break.
Yes, the Mad Hatter tea break. We do serve coffee as well. It's a tea company. And you too should get in on a Mad Hatter tea. I can tell you there's never a bad time to have a cup of Mad Hatter tea. Mr. Lenny Archibald is over in New York. It's cold over there, you know. I could imagine that he's having a Mad Hatter coffee tea break at this time.
And I've heard that the lovely doctor who was with us as well in comms has just made it safely back to Chicago. So big shout out to Dr. Nilesh.
Yes, indeed. He would have graced us with his presence here for the last couple of days, but I guess Judy called, so he would have left us this morning, and Sasha would have broke the good news that he have landed safely. So it's going to be a bowling change. We're going to have McLeod. He's going to be taking up the attack from the southern end, sporting the number 85 on his back. Oh, and he starts with a wayward delivery down the leg side. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
Yeah, not what Callum McLeod would have wanted to start his over with. Lendl Simmons just watches that go behind his back and isn't bothered by it at all.
And Lendl Simmons goes again, and he goes over the man stationed at the long off position, and away she goes for another US Open maximum.
Yeah, Lendl Simmons is looking really dangerous here at the moment, and we haven't seen 100 yet from any batsman in the tournament. And without trying to curse him here, Lendl Simmons is looking on track for that.
Yes, indeed. Like we say, he's doing the heavy lifting, and he has gone on to 69 from just 26 deliveries.
90 to win off 83 balls. It's looking pretty easy here for the All-Stars.
Easy peasy.
The Scorpions are going to have to do something about this. They're going to need to get the breakthrough. They're going to need to get Simmons out if they're in a chance of winning this semi-final.
Oh, wide down the leg side again. So the weight has gone off. The wheels are coming off here for the Scorpions. They're not stinging at all.
Yeah, Callum McLeod not having the best start at all here. Let's see what he can do with this delivery. And that is hit nicely down onto the offside, and that is going to trickle all the way to the boundary. So not good from McLeod here, and great batting from Lendl Simmons. Watch that one more time.
Yes, he didn't time it as well as he would have liked, but he got enough on it. And I'm saying the boundary riders now are in the offside. We have all 3 of them, and 2 are going to be in the onside. So they're pulling up the man from the deep backward square leg, and they're putting the cover sweeper. And we have an extra cover and long off down the leg side again. So that's the 3rd one in the over. He forgot that he has to bowl the ball within those white painted lines.
Yeah, this isn't good from the Scorpions here.
They're giving it away. Extras has helped along the way. And now a wide outside the off stump. So his weight has really gone off.
Yeah, Callum McLeod batted nicely in their innings and has not got off to a good start with the ball.
No.
14 off just 2 balls, 2 legal balls. And he's got a lot to come back with here.
And Simmons goes again, this time into the onside, and that's the biggest one yet. And up goes the arms of umpire German Lindo. Who needs Jenny Craig when the umpires can be doing their own exercises?
Yeah, the All-Stars who were sitting there in their base camp had to duck there for cover. That came a really long way back. And Callum McLeod, 20 off 3 legal balls. This is not looking like a good over for the Florida Scorpions here.
And Simmons is trying to get 100 in this over, if you ask me. He's just 21 away from that. Outside the off stump, he allows this one to go through. It's a legal delivery. It was not wide of the mark, but Simmons was not interested.
So top score in the tournament so far has been 84. Simmons 79, so 5 away from joining him.
This one. But there's coverage in the sweeper position as he ambles through for a single. And Sash, the player of this match, gets $500 US.
Yeah, Lendl Simmons is looking good for that one at the moment if the All-Stars win.
I think he would have done enough because any batter comes behind after that, I don't think they're going to get to 80. And it's just not 80, it's the way how he got to his 80. Good looking stroke, and this time Griffith flicks one off the pads and he's going to amble through for a single.
10 balls bowled by McLeod in that over, 22 runs from it. Not sure we'll be seeing much more of McLeod after that, but at the end of the 7th over, US All-Stars 97 for none. Time to take a quick break.
Mac Group is the real estate investment company. Our goal at Mac Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit macgroup.com.
Well, both batters are getting a little refreshment and well-deserved. Simmons doing the heavy lifting here, 80 from 30, 20 away from what will be the first century of this, the 13th edition of the US Open.
Yeah, as I mentioned, 84 has been the top score so far, and Simmons looking like he's going to try and top that one today. He's looking good. And big shout out again to my younger brother, Jack. I know he is watching from England as well and didn't want to miss out on the shout outs. So, hello, Jack. I hope you're well.
All right, and that's from all of us here in the Comox and from all of South Florida, sunny South Florida. You don't want to rub it in, but we're bathed in sunshine here while you're over there in rainy, snowy England.
I don't think it's snowing just yet, but it's definitely cold. And I think people would probably quite like a snowy Christmas. It's always nice to have a white Christmas. I doubt you get many white Christmases over here. It is lovely, sunny weather, and it has been a great week here for me, sitting in the sun, watching some great cricket.
Well, Jelani Seal is the one who has been inserted into the attack, and this one goes just over the head of the short mid-wicket, but it brings Lendl Simmons on strike. So Griffith has gone to double figures now. He has only sucked up 13 deliveries. Lendl Simmons has been doing the bulk of the scoring. He has been receiving the majority of the balls as well. We're just 2 away from 100. Simmons is just 20 away from 100. So the hundreds are hovering around here. Maybe can we realize both of them in this over?
It would be a big ask, but not impossible. We've seen some big overs so far. They are well ahead of the required run rate. They're going at 13.7 and over, and they just require 5.5. So it's looking pretty easy here for the All-Stars, who are going at a pretty quick rate at the moment. 98 off just 7.1 overs. Partnership now of 98. They haven't lost any wickets, and it's looking like they don't want to as well.
Well, this is an impressive response to the Scorpions total. Well, Simmons is flicking this one here, but there's coverage down there on the mid-wicket region for a single. It was full pitch. I'm sure we'll see that again. He just flicked it away nicely for a single.
So they need less runs than balls, 73 to win off 76. And as I said before, it's looking like a cruise for the All-Stars at the moment.
Well, they're 1 away from the 100. Griffiths will be the one on strike, and he's going to bring up the 100, swinging this one down to the deep fine leg position, and the 100 comes up for the US All-Stars for no loss.
Yeah, this is a great start from the All-Stars. As we said, semi-final number 2. We saw the Cavaliers beat the Clarion County Eagles last night by just 1 run. It was a hugely exciting game, right down to the wire. And semi-final number 2, this game right now, was set up to be another epic game, but the All-Stars are looking well in control right now as Seals comes in for his 4th delivery of the over. And that is not timed well by Simmons, who's been seeing the cricket ball like a beach ball, but mistimes that one, and it will be a dot ball for Seals.
Yeah, it was pitched outside the leg stump, but he was trying to hit it between mid-wicket and long on in the cow corner area, but he missed. Cannon into the pad, no peel, no damage done. So we dot ball to Lendl Simmons. Oh, and this one was a slow delivery, cut him in half, and you see the big smile on Seals, coming from Seals, yeah? You'll see it in the replay.
Yeah, he was pleased with that ball.
Yes.
Absolutely. Did Simmons there. And he stays on 81 of 33 deliveries now.
I think Simmons should play for the 100. I mean, there's time. He's trying to get the quicken in a hurry, but I'll take my time and get my 100 with this next 19. But he's not going to do that because he's going to get another boundary here. Square driven. Came off the outer portion of the bat, but another boundary for Simmons.
Yeah, and he now becomes the top scorer of the 13th edition of the US Open. He moves on to 85 runs. 84 was the highest we'd seen so far, and Simmons just cruising to 85 at the moment. That brings up the 104 for the All-Stars. Just after 8 overs. I mean, this is an incredible performance from the All-Stars so far, really.
Yes, this is like carnage. We'll stay through the commercial break. Last night, you would have said that Navine was within touching distance. I think he got to, 78, 79? And just as you would have said it, the commentator's curse came down, and he was a goner.
Yeah, I thought Narayan was going to be the one to top score in the tournament, and he just fell short. Luckily, Simmons did not fall to my commentator's curse, and he moves on to 85 of 34.
Yes, but Narayan batted beautifully last night, to be honest with you. He really took them within touching distance, and to lose by 1-1.
Yeah, devastating for the Clarion County Eagles. They did play back-to-back games, and I just wonder if that meant they just lost a little bit of energy towards the end and just couldn't get over the line.
Yes.
But Somerset Cavaliers, 22 yards. They were thrilled with the win. They haven't lost a game so far in the tournament, and it looks at the moment that they will be facing the US All-Stars, who will also have to go back-to-back later today.
Yeah, I think you can call it, but Leverwork to continue, and Griffith is hitting this one in the air, 1 bounce over the long off position. So he too joins the party, and he moves on to 15 from 15.
Yeah, that was a really nicely timed shot there by Griffith. And Leverrock, the Bermudian, I believe that's what they're called, Bermudian?
Yes, yes.
He is 23 off his 1.1 balls, 1.1 overs so far.
Well, this is over number 9, 108 for no loss. Oh, and this time he's playing one of your favorite shots, and he's going to get just reward for it. Maybe? No?
Yeah, good fielding there. He's managed to stop the ball just before it hit the ropes. So I think it was just the one from it in the end.
Yes, just the one. He thought he got it good enough to get a boundary, but Simmons was the one who was coming to the danger end. In the end, he had to just jog home. But that's a good bit of feeling there.
Yeah, really, really slick out there in the deep. And as we said, just the one from it. They were overly confident that that was going to go over the line. And as we saw, it didn't. But it does mean that danger man Lendl Simmons is on strike here. 85 so far. Let's see what he can do with this ball. And it is played nicely, but long is there. And I believe he stopped that, and he's done a good job there.
I think you may have touched the rope with ball in hand. We'll watch that again.
No, he's done really well.
It's done really well. Yes, he did not touch the rope.
That looks like the Irishman Harry Tector down in the deep. And he felt like he was about to go over the line, so did really well to just throw the ball back into the safety of the inside rope and stop the boundary.
Yes. I think winning here is just academic, and all eyes are going to be on Simmons to get this next 14 runs to become the first one in the 13th edition of this US Open to get to 100. So the Nelson's on the board. You have to stand on one leg. 1-1-1 for no loss, Sasha.
So Simmons will be facing Leverock here. 2 more balls left of the over. Simmons 86 not out. And that's going to be a wide, so that's going to take them off the Nelson. 112 up for the All-Stars.
So I can put my feet down now.
Yeah, all safe.
Okay, it's safe. Safe to do.
We have seen 1 or 2 wickets fall at the Nelson over the course of the week. And so better safe than sorry.
Yes, indeed. I would love to see Simmons get 100 here in the US Open. It's getting bigger and bigger and better, I dare say. Simmons is pulling this one here, and he's splitting the wide mid-wicket and the long on. It goes for 1 bounce 4.
Yeah, he placed that ball really nicely. Let's watch that again. The fielders were both running around, and we've seen a couple of times where the fielders have been trying to chase a ball and left it for one another.
Yes.
Resulting in a boundary, but neither of those fielders were anywhere close to getting that ball there. So Lendl Simmons into the 90s, 90 for 36.
Yes, indeed. But he faces now down the leg side. He's working this one off the legs for a single. He'll keep strike. He's on to 91 now. Like it said, maybe it's a good time to get us a break because we're going to see some fireworks, maybe 100 in the next over. So let's take a break, Sash. It's time for a Mad Hatter coffee and tea break. And folks, there's never a bad time in which you should not have a cup of Mad Hatter tea. Mr. Lenny Archibald, he has walked with 2 bags of the Mad Hatter tea, and he's going to be having some tea over there in New York because it's very, very cold over in New York. So a cup of tea. Well, all action. Lendl Simmons is on strike. Lendl Simmons is on 91. US All-Star is on 117. But that is of little interest right now, as we are probably going to see the first century of this tournament with Lendl Simmons with the willow in hand. And I think he's going to be tie here. Let's see if he's going to be under the gun. Sasha, your voice is going to be here just in case Simmons get to that 100. So be mindful of that.
Yeah, Tahir goes for 22 off his first over. Not the best start for him, not the best start for the Scorpions, but all bowlers have been expensive so far. They're going at 13 and over the All-Stars, only requiring 5 and over moving forward. And Simmons just nudges that away, but straight to the fielder, so no run to start the over. No pressure here for the All-Stars. They can just push it away and get the singles and doubles whenever they need. As I say, just 5 required off every over. And again, straight back to the fielder out in the offside. Good feedback there from Lenny. I'm glad he's enjoying his tea back home.
Let me see if I can do the laugh like Lenny, because he just sent it in here. I'm going to try to do it as long as he's written it. He. Lendl Simmons is into the offside, and he whacks this one down to the right of the cover sweeper, and he did not even move. He knew the placement was right. The timing was right. And there he goes. He is on to 95. 1 strike away from what would be the first US Open century in this, the 13th edition. Sasha, all yours.
And mistimed that shot a little bit, Simmons there. Gets a single from it. He moves on to 96. And it will be Trevon Griffith facing the last ball before the halfway mark. Target 172 for the All-Stars, so only 50 more to get. And this is just a walk in the park for them. No loss as of yet. So partnership of 122. This is definitely the biggest partnership we've seen so far in the tournament. And Florida Scorpions are just struggling hugely here. Not sure what they're going to do to get a wicket.
And Griffith is playing the role. You see what happened there? Griffith could have pushed that ball off for a single, but what he did, in team-like fashion, he just tapped it back to the bowler so that Lendl Simmons can remain on strike. We're going to stay with you. 50 to win from 60 balls, but like we say, that's of academic interest, really. Everyone's just looking at Lendl Simmons. So don't you go away, folks, because you may blink and miss the 100. Stick and stay on Mac TV. And I know Leon Francis is glued right now to the TV and the cricket show. And this one is going to be recorded. My bet is that Lendl Simmons is going to get 100 in this over.
Let's hope we haven't jinxed it here. 96 Simmons is on currently of just 42 deliveries. He's been excellent. And the US All-Stars are cruising through for the win here in semi-final number 2. Day number 8 of the US Open. And after just 10 overs, the All-Stars 122 for no loss.
Simmons might very well just make the 100 and come on out and just put his feet up. But he wouldn't want to do that. He still have to take one for the team. I know there's going to be another match because the winner stays and the loser goes home. $500 on the card for the player of this match. Simmons on strike. Oh, and it's a good delivery. Had some movement in the air. And Simmons was, as a matter of fact, he was looking to work it for a single. Yes, he's not worried about getting it in boundaries. See, it was a good-looking ball there.
Yeah, that straightened up on Simmons. And as you say, he was trying to get the single from it or just any runs and couldn't. So good start from Seals here in his second over. That's what he was trying to do in the first delivery. Gets a single from it and he moves on to 97.
Yes.
So Griffith coming back on strike. He's 17, not for 18.
And now Simmons gonna look to get back up at the striker's end. So Griffith's duty now is to push it around for a single. But of course, if the ball is there to be hit, he will have to hit it because the team comes first. But right now, they're in no danger of losing this match. 49 from 58. But Simmons is the one with a landmark. 100 in any game, and this is an official game, gonna mean a lot. It doesn't matter how many you get. There it is. He would have done his work. He's playing the role. Griffith is playing the role. While Simmons is doing the heavy lifting, he's the one who is guiding the ship.
Yeah, partnership now of 124. Griffith has only got 18 out of those runs. Lendl Simmons on 97, and he will be facing Seals now. As we say, just one swing and he's going to reach the elusive century. We haven't seen any of those so far, so this is going to be an exciting ball from Seals here.
Yes, he's one strike away. Outside the off stump and plays it back. Beach ball, cricket out. Bounce ball, back to the bowler. Simmons is in no hurry to get this. He just wants to get it. But he's into the nervous 90s. We're into over number 11. Seals it is. Bowls to Simmons. And Simmons is going hard at this one outside the off stump. He misses. So once it's in his half, he's going to go. But this time he was touching down just outside off stump, coming back into the batsman. But Simmons' feet was planted. He needed to just move across one. But he was really going for glory there. And he just gathers himself. Took a walk to the square-leg position. Now he's back in his stance. These 3 runs seem to be so hard to get. Sasha is just looking and holding her breath. This time it's full and it's playing it back to the bowler. It's a no ball. It is a no ball call here from German Lendl. And I'm sure you're going to see that again. Seals. Yes, he has overstepped. Front foot, no ball. So Simmons have been given the free rein now to go down the ground. So I think you're going to try to go for glory with this one. Sash, your voice should be on here so you can take it radio style. He comes in and the bowls go all the way.
Yeah, Seals in for the last ball of his over. And big swing from Lendl Simmons, and that is a top edge, and it's going to go for 4. And that is Simmons' 100. He goes to 101 off 48, and that is the first 100 of the competition. 100 for Lendl Simmons, and that has been an exceptional batting performance from him.
And now Griffith takes the bat to say, I was a part of this, man. At least let me hold the bat.
Yeah, just making sure there's nothing special on there. Griffith
Well,
just checking it out, making sure it's intact, ready to get the rest of the runs so that the All-Stars can get the victory that they will be looking for here. The 100 here is really important, and obviously they want to win the semi-final, but it's not over yet. The final is yet to be played against the Cavaliers, and they haven't lost a game, as we've mentioned before, so it's going to be a tough final for the All-Stars.
Yes, well, I'm not the adjudicator, but I can say safely that $500 is in Lendl Simmons' bank account.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a question as to who is going to win this one today. And Griffith, as you say, playing a really important role, supporting Simmons here. And that was the end of the 11th over. And we move on to the 12th. So after the first ball, the US All-Stars 129, no loss. Lendl Simmons 101, not out.
And it was a beautiful inning. If you can get the boundaries, he would have hit quite a few maximum along the way. That's where we're missing Lenny Archibald. He would have been telling us right now how many sixes in the tournament and how many would have gone in this match as well. So Lenny, you've been missed at this juncture. For real. Have to give you kudos. He keeps stabbing these things as we go along. 130 comes up for no loss. 42 to get from 51, and we call that easy peasy. Okay, Lendl is going big again. He goes down on one knee and hits this one over the long on position for yet another US Open maximum.
Yeah, Hamza Tahir not happy with that. You can see him just looking a bit dejected as he walks back to the top of his run-up. The fielder is having to go a long way to go and get that ball. There you go, bouncing a long way away. And while we wait for the ball to come back, time to take a really quick Mad Hatter tea break.
Yes, of course. Well, Lenny, you're going to be having another Mad Hatter tea break. And it's always a good time to have a Mad Hatter tea. A cup of tea is always on the card, especially after Lendl Simmons would have gone gung-ho and have reached 107 from only 49 deliveries. And he's going bigger. This one is going shopping. He has gone towards the Sawgrass Mills, and there he goes right into the maze. Okay, I can tell you, it has left the ground. I'll leave it at that.
2 sixes in a row from Tahir, and he's still got one delivery to go at the end of the 12th over. US All-Stars 142 for no loss. 30 to win off 49 balls. And as we keep saying, this is a walk in the park for the All-Stars.
A stroll in the park. I mean, you're upping the ante with a walk. This is just a stroll in the park. Simmons is on song here. 113 from just 50 deliveries. Balls round the wicket, and Simmons is driving. And he's going to get just one as there's cover sweeper. And a good-looking stroke there again as the over comes to an end. So Simmons again will be on strike. And Sash, I can tell you, we are trying to catch our breath in the com box. Simmons has really put on a display here. He's put on a clinic. 114 from only 51 deliveries, and take nothing away from Trevor and Griffith. He has not sucked up deliveries. He has played to keep Simmons on the hunt. He's on 19 of 22, but some of those deliveries he could have maybe, carted off the park, especially when Simmons was in the 90, but he was playing for him. And you see what he did after Simmons would have got his century? He held the bat and said, I was a part of this.
Seals back into the attack now. He's been pretty good, 14 off his first 2 overs. And they're going to need to keep it really economical now.
Good delivery again outside the off stump. Seal has been bowling well. I mean, the century came up off his bowling. It was an edge, but there was no slip and there was no fine third man. So the century, that was the century ball. It was a good delivery, and he's followed it up in his